Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are newly subscribed, welcome to the collective. Thank you so much for joining. I am so happy to have you here. And for all of my subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Have you ever felt like you didn't fit in anywhere? Like you can adapt to different spaces, but you're never fully yourself in any of them? What this could look like is being different in different environments, maybe adjusting how you act, how you speak, or how you present, or maybe just feeling too much in some spaces and not enough in others. I'll use some real life examples based on my own lived experiences. For example, in work environments, I found myself adjusting my tone, adjusting my behavior to where it would be perceived as acceptable. I worked in, for the most part, in predominantly white work environments where minorities were the minority. So there were several times where I felt like I couldn't fully show up as myself and have my full personality shine through at times for the fear of being perceived as incompetent, maybe, not intelligent or not confident or fully capable in my roles that I was in at the time. That's one example. Another example could be in social settings. For me, in some social settings, if it was maybe a work social setting or even in just like a casual social setting, depending on where I was, I would always find myself kind of hanging back and not being fully myself, maybe afraid to speak up if I had something to say, all because of the fear of being judged and of being labeled maybe too much or too black in some spaces or in other spaces where I was around predominantly minority people. There were times where I felt like I wasn't black enough. So there was always this disconnect for me. And I think it goes back to me growing up in predominantly white areas, attending predominantly white schools, and the majority of friends, I would say, were predominantly white. So being around them, I sometimes felt I was too black in a way. And then being around some minority people, I felt like I wasn't black enough, if that makes sense. And I was always being self aware and self conscious. And what I found was I was taking away from being present in those moments because I was so concerned with what others were thinking of me if I were to act myself or show up as myself fully. So, those are just a couple of examples based on my own lived experiences that I wanted to share with you. It was during these moments that I felt an internal conflict where I was asking myself, well, who am I actually? I felt as though I was losing a sense of my identity and I was constantly self monitoring. And again, that takes away from being present in these moments because all you're doing is just self monitoring, self editing. And at some point, there's an emotional tax with that that comes with that. And it just can lead to many different things that are not healthy. This internal conflict led to early signs of me performing who I thought I was. So, shrinking myself in some spaces, I was hanging back, not speaking when I wanted to speak for the fear of being judged. I was always overthinking how I was showing up. So, I was always in my head and I was always just trying to get it right. Hey there. If you are enjoying this conversation and it resonates, please feel free to like, comment, and share. It would mean so much to me. And if you enjoy these type of conversations and want to explore more topics like this with me each week, I invite you to join the collective by clicking on the subscribe button below. And don't forget to turn on your notification button to receive notifications every single week when I upload new videos. Thank you for being here. So then I decided to take a moment, take a step back, and really think about how I was feeling, how I thought others were perceiving me, and whether or not I really cared about those things. It was during this reflection that I realized that maybe it wasn't about fitting in. Maybe it was about the disconnect that I felt from myself. Lately, I've been in a season of intentional living, from the clothes that I wear to the people that I choose to surround myself with to the spaces that I choose to walk into. Everything serves to keep me calm, grounded, and moving in a positive light. This also extends to the tools that I use every day. And one of those tools has had a big impact, which is journaling. It allows me to write down my thoughts, gain clarity about where I am and where I want to go. Also, the pens that I use help to keep me grounded and calm. So, if you are someone who is also in a season of intentional living, or if you enjoy calm, grounded, positive spaces, I have linked some of the tools that I use in the description box below. And over time, that feeling started to take a toll in ways that I didn't fully understand at the time. And that's what I want to talk about next. So now I'd like to leave you with my gentle reminder that no matter what you're going through, please remember that your success rate up to this point has been 100%. You are still standing. You are still here. So please keep going. Please keep moving. Everything will be okay. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.